This is going to be a short episode for all you that are watching after the fact. But I'm going to let the stream run further. I decided to start the stream early for all you live folks because I am real tired. Central Standard Time. Okay. This is going to be a while. If I was on my computer, I could have the screen say stream starting soon. I wonder. I'm doing a bunch of things here. Yep, I'm doing a bunch of stuff here. Hopefully that didn't interfere with the stream. So I can only hope that you guys are seeing me right now. So yeah. My grocery shopping today, so I'm dead tired today. I'm so tired I didn't even shave. So, oh well. Fall is almost here, and so yeah, fall is almost here, and this here, from here over, I'll have a goatee, because why not? But yeah, this is going to be a short episode for the stream. For all you folks that are watching this after the fact, I'm just trying to waste some time here and wait for people to get into the stream. For all you folks that are watching this after the fact, leave a comment in the comment section down below of how your Labor Day weekend was. The one thing I hate is allergies. See, yeah, this is how much I hate allergies. I'm using my shirt. Close by, but I'll survive. As far as your Labor Day weekend was concerned, year's about to start. In fact, the fall break is upcoming, so that's something to look forward to. For those of you that are in public school, you may get a fall break. I'm not sure of how each school does their fall break. I'm not even sure if Oklahoma City Public Schools gives their students a fall break. I know Bethel does. But yeah, I'm just trying to waste time here in the early goings of this stream, because I said to everyone that the stream will start in 10 minutes, and I'm just wasting some time to get people in here. If I was doing this on my computer, I could have I could have the screen say stream starting soon. In fact, I think the next stream I'll do much, but it'll be something. In the next couple days, I will definitely do a test stream from my Windows 7 computer and see if I can do a stream that way. A webcam. But I want to see do a stream that way. If I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. But I decided to start the stream early because I am very tired. It may, depending on when everyone gets into the hopefully people can go to the links that I shared on various social media. I didn't go onto Discord. I didn't go into Discord and say stream is starting early. Crap. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. For those of you that have used the Streamlab OBS, go from the Streamlabs. I think with the premium version of the Streamlabs OBS mobile, you probably can. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! I know that is. I'm able to see it. Oh, if the stream gets a little weird, I'm gonna be doing some stuff real quick. So if the stream gets a bit weird, it'll be because I am tabbing out real quick. If the stream stops, it'll. In fact, I probably shouldn't. Dang it. If the stream stops, I'll just restart it again. I don't know. My mind is just so foggy right now. Yeah, Streamlabs is still running, so let's go to dead. Good. I did. I sure did. Oh, Lord Almighty. Let's see how many people are coming in. Okay, it has been 10 minutes, so people should be flooding in pretty soon. Oh, what a day, what a tiring day it has been. This particular stream will be cut off like the last one was. That last stream I did, it cut off about 3 minutes and some odd seconds of the last stream. Don't know why that happened. Don't know why that happened at all. But yeah, we're doing a stream here. I think this will be the official start point. Okay, so at stream, start point of the stream. So let's get this show started, shall we? Oh, what a week this has been! What a week. Where to start? From what I have read, from what I've been reading this past week, it looks as though SAG-AFTRA, the leadership in SAG-AFTRA is wanting permission is wanting unanimous consent to go on strike against the video game companies. Oh, this is if the vote is unanimous, if they get enough votes, you will probably be seeing the economy just go to shreds. Because right now, I just read a report that Warner Brothers has lost over $300 million because of the strike, and that's just Warner Brothers. These for wanted. What SAG-AFTRA failed to realize is that if these strikes had never happened, these catering companies that are losing money because their main clients were the movie productions. Movies and TV shows, movies that were in production. These catering services, major source of income are the movies that are in production. And right now, there's not a single movie being made because of the strike. And pretty soon, not a single video game is going to be able to be made if SAG-AFTRA, if the leadership in SAG-AFTRA gets the strike authorization vote, which I don't think that should happen, because if SAG-AFTRA, if the leadership in SAG-AFTRA is allowed, hundreds of, there will be countless streamers on YouTube and games will not be able to play any games at all because of the strike. Will lose. All of this is because Fran Dresser is getting greedy. She is overstepping her bounds as president of SAG-AFTRA. What needs to happen right now is Fran Dresser needs to put her bruised ego aside and extend that olive branch and make an offer. Instead of going on to TV, and by the way, folks, there is a media blackout during the strike. Neither side can go talk to the media about the negotiations, about anything. That's why you haven't seen the studios give any statements to various different media outlets, because they are adhering to the media SAG-AFTRA. How evil you're having. Yep, it's really ridiculous, folks, that Fran Drescher is doing all of this. She is just. She does not really have the will of the people in mind. It's really greed. She's talking about how greedy the studios are, when in fact it's her that's getting greedy. She needs to realize that the money that they are making right now is all they're going to be able to make, because we are still feeling the after effects of COVID. We are. We are still feeling the after effects. We are still feeling the effects of COVID. And here pretty soon we may end up having another lockdown. All of these millionaire actors need to stop arguing with these billionaire studios on how to spend our money, because that's pretty much what they're arguing over. They're arguing over how to spend this World Series. All the way back in the 80s, that was the first time and both sides were negotiating in bad faith. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there was media blackout that stated that both sides can't talk to the media about the ongoing negotiations or say disparaging remarks about the other. By the way, for those of you that are showing up, hi. The reason why I'm deciding to start the stream early today is because I'm a bit tired. And this is going to be a short episode. It's not going to be a long episode like it was last week. This may end up being about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. We're going to go for another 20 minutes, then we're going to call it a stream. So, ask how the actors with the player strike that happened way back in 1994. The contract negotiations between the Players Association and the owners of the Major League Baseball owners. The average going fan back then had no idea about any of these contracts, and all they saw was a bunch of millionaire players arguing with billionaire team owners about how to spend our money. saying all sorts of evil things. They are saying that the studios, the actors are going on to all of these various different TV shows. More specifically, Fran Drescher is going on to these various different talk shows and saying how evil and greedy these studios are, and how it's actually the greedy are the greedy ones, because they have to understand COVID is still around. And the thing about it is, these contracts are only for 3 years. 3 years. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they get accomplished now. It doesn't matter what contract they sign now. In 3 years' time, they're going to argue about. They're going to have another strike again. Instead of signing a contract for every 3 years, you have to renegotiate. How about you just do away with the 3-year rule and say, I don't know, 10 years down the road, 5 years down. They ought to do something. They need to do something to end the strike, because it's financially hurting not just the state of California, but the country as a whole. There are businesses across the country that depend on these movies being in production, and they're not. Hang on, folks, I gotta get me a water, because I'm talking a whole lot. Oh, just dropping everything, aren't I? Yes, I am. Folks, gotta reach my something here. There we go. Had to reach for my mouse because it fell off my table. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, just hop in there in the live chat, and I'll be sure to talk about it. Trying to open my water bottle because I have my phone in my hands at the moment. There we are. Multitasking is fun, isn't it? Oh yeah, the storms? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Hey, heads up, I'm here, but got storms building, so heads up, it might be headed your way. I'll keep an eye out for it, because Nana just brought in the chairs. We're supposed to have 70-degree weather sometime later on this week, and I'm looking forward to that. And I've also heard that we may have lows in the 40s or 50s, and I'm also looking forward to that. Oh, okay, another 15 minutes, and we'll go. Just heard it thunder where you're at. Okay. Yeah, me and Nana is not going to sit out tonight. We've been sitting out we've been sitting outside every night until 10 o'clock, and I decided not to sit out tonight because I was so tired, and because these storms that are coming, that just pretty much stopped our plans dead in our tracks. And on the day that it's supposed to be 70 degrees, we're going to have a 60% chance of rain. All we got last night was just a sprinkle. There was some thunder, there was some lightning, but we just got a little short sprinkle. But hopefully we'll get some rain tonight. Oh boy, as soon as this stream is over with, I am gonna go to sleep. Yeah, it happens every year. Every year it always has to rain. It never fails. Every time the fairs come into town, it has to rain. Actors and writing strike. The other thing I've heard, folks, is that I not just heard this, I read about this. CM Punk got fired from AEW. because of a backstage altercation that took place. I never really watched AEW anyway, so I could care less if CM Punk got fired, and I can guarantee you folks, there is no way that you'll ever see CM Punk back in WWE, because that bridge got burnt a long time ago, and I think there's still some hard feelings between CM Punk and WWE. And it really wasn't surprising to see CM Punk getting fired, because the so-called discipline, wanting CM Punk gone from day one when he showed up 3 years ago. It's very, very disappointing that CW move for move. They're making the same idiotic decisions that WCW made back then. They are either firing their top talent or they're choosing to let talent. And what Tony Khan needs to do is put someone in place that will get the locker room under control, because he's not doing it. He needs to have someone over there in AEW who has 30, 40 years of experience in the wrestling business, get control of that locker room, like Jim Ross. Get him to be in charge of the locker room, or I be in charge of that locker room, and keep those guys under control. Because right now, Tony Khan is not doing that. And I really do think if CM Punk got fired from AEW, I think that Jungle Boy, which is Jack Perry, which is the son of the late actor, I think he needs to be fired too for getting into that physical altercation. If one gets fired, I think the other does too. It's only fair. Because because CM Punk wasn't the one that instigated that physical altercation. It was Jungle Boy that instigated that. Because earlier that night, either earlier that night or a couple of days prior, Jack Perry, aka Jungle Boy, wanted to get permission to use real glass, which was against the rules. A whole lot safer. But pissed off at Jungle Boy was what Jungle Boy said on camera. After, because Jack Perry and his where Jungle Boy would throw his opponent through a windshield, and as soon as that moment happened, and that was a comment straight to CM Punk and to everyone else who was saying, "Oh, hey, it's dangerous," but that was really a comment to CM Punk, and CM Punk did not like that one bit, and he decided to straighten He decided to straighten Jungle Boy up. He did, and so a physical altercation took place in front of pretty much the entire locker room. There were some other stuff that happened away from the crowd in I think it was in Tony Khan's office. I'm not sure of the full story, but all I know is that CM Punk got fired. And whether or not he chooses to sue AEW for wrongful termination, it's up to him. If he wants to take Tony Khan to court, it's his choice. But do not assume that WWE is going to sign CM Punk. Not going to happen, folks. If I were CM Punk, I would just hang my boots up and just retire from professional wrestling. At least he wanted to go out his own way, but unfortunately he wasn't able to. He wanted to continue wrestling. He thought that AEW was the place that he was going to finish his career at. And the thing about it is, CM Punk was the top star in AEW, and they had a storyline going, from what I can understand. They had a storyline going where CM Punk was calling himself the real AEW World Champion, and they were setting up a match between CM Punk and MJF, with the two of them facing each other for the undisputed, potentially to face each other for the undisputed AEW Championship, which I believe MJF would have won the match anyway, because right now MJF is a very hot commodity right now for AEW. We're not going to see that happen. And I think, according to what I've also been hearing, I think Tony Khan gave a speech in Chicago prior to the All Out pay-per-view about the incident with CM Punk, and according to what I've heard Jim Cornette say, it was carefully worded to the point where it was covering all the legal bases. And Jim Cornette pointed out that it sounded like that speech that Tony Khan gave was written by one of his lawyers, and it probably was. Tony Khan is trying to absolve himself from all liability from firing CM Punk. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, they got what they wanted. They wanted CM Punk out, and they got it. And I guarantee you, the backlash from CM Punk's firing is going to be ferocious. There are a couple of people, there are a couple of veterans of the industry that are speculating right now that AEW could see a pretty big financial loss as a result of CM Punk's firing. But we'll have to see, though. We'll have to see. The ratings could be hurt. The ratings may end up being low. Well, in another 5 minutes, the stream is going to be coming to an end. So I did say this was going to be a fairly short stream, because I am really tired. So we'll go for another 5 minutes, and then I'll call the stream. Then I'll call the stream at an end. But I'll keep on talking. Oh yeah, the lead singer for Smash Mouth passed away. Last I heard, he was in hospice care, and the official cause of death, if I am remembering correctly, was due to liver failure, caused by his countless years of drug and alcohol abuse. This month of August, we're very happy fans of and wrestlers. It's been August has been a sad month for both professional wrestling and for various singers. Oh, Lord. What more can happen this year? Oh, yeah, the 50th birthday of Jason David Frank was either yesterday or today. He would have turned, I believe he would have turned 50. But also, September 3rd was the anniversary of Tui Trang's tragic passing. When back on September 3rd, 2001, she was involved in a single car, in a single vehicle car accident that took her life. For those of you that don't know, Tui Trang was the original Yellow Power Ranger on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that debuted 30 years ago. 30 years ago this year. In fact, 30 years ago this month, Power Rangers made its debut back in 1993 on Fox 25. Or back then it was called Fox Kids. Well, folks, I think I'm going to end the stream right here. I am getting real tired, so I may not stream next week. I'll probably stream in 2 weeks. I'll probably stream in 2 weeks from now. So, keep an eye out for that. Hello, Hashir. How you doing? You're tuning into the end of the stream. The stream's coming to an end, unfortunately. So yeah, just keep an eye out for. Just keep an eye out. Just keep a close eye on my YouTube channel, because I will probably be. Yeah, bye Ashir. I will just keep an eye out. In two weeks from today, I will be streaming. But until then, I'll see all of you in 2 weeks. The stream, Hashir, is just me talking about various different topics. Some of the topics I talked about today were the actors strike and the writer's strike. I also talked about lead singer of Smash Mouth passing away. I talked about CM Punk getting fired. I also talked about Jason David Frank's birthday and Tui Trang's death anniversary. But I will see you guys in 2 weeks.